Honorable Governor.
Thank you, Chair. I will not be long. My other 3 minutes I will give to Whip. So you will take my other 3 minutes, Whip. Are you done, Loans? No, now I only have 2 or 3 questions. The first one, we have been running around trying to find the difference with other panels or other processes and this one. When you received the letter that you will be appointed to execute this duty, it is odd to me because this is part of your everyday work. When you didn't, or when did you discover that the panel is done with its work and you were not part of it?
With the receipt of the list of 21 candidates, that to me is an indication that something has been done.
And what did you do about it? You have now discovered that it has been done without your involvement as the chief executive director of this process. What did you do about it? How did you make your follow-ups? Because this is incumbent upon you to be part of this panel. Now you are not part. How are you going to account for it in terms of your work schedule? What did you do about it?
Honorable Member, I don't think it is for me as the official to question the minister who he or she appoints as a panel member, and whether I don't even know whether there was a deputy chairperson for the panel. For argument's sake, if the panel was appointed, there was a deputy chair. I didn't know any other panel members. It could be possible that if I was appointed and the deputy chairperson was appointed, the meeting could proceed without my involvement.
In your own understanding, what does that say about the integrity of the process that was followed? Just in your own understanding, as an academic, as someone who has been in the field, what does it say about the process? Coming down to the names that were handed or you found at your desk, because it looks like you just got them at your desk, presented to you.
Assuming there were panel members who sat and deliberated in processing the nominations, the process could probably was done. But as I'm saying, I don't know other panel members. I was handed my own appointment letter. I don't know whether there was a chairperson or any proxy to the panel members, but I couldn't question the minister or say, who else did you appoint? When it is explicitly said, you'll be notified, you'll be invited to the panel meetings. I expected that to happen. It did not happen.
In your own understanding, Chair Dikusel, in your own understanding, maybe, Okanye, can you put us into confidence? Because the office is being run by you, not by the minister. Every detail or every CV and qualification requirements that was going to be run in the office, there must be archives. Do you have any archives presented to your office of meetings, set minutes, where we sign attendance register? Do you have any of the panel that said, we understand fully that you are not part of the panel, but I do believe with my little knowledge that it should be given to office for archives purposes so that if anything arises, we do have minutes, we do have a register that was signed. Do you have any in the office? Because this is directly to your department.
Not yet.
maybe you can try and explain to me the difference between not telling the truth and lying. Because seated here, I see a lot of things that are not being told, and those that are told are not the truth. Assisted by the advocate in the house, maybe you can differentiate for me. I don't want to say go to the something that was once referred to. I don't want to say that, but can you give me the difference between you saying you can't answer a simple question of saying, do you believe that Yanga lied or she told the truth? Because this details what you were part and not part of. If I've said I've met you outside and we've spoken, and you come in this room and you say, no, we did not meet, I doubt that is any offense in the country, because you are just clarifying your side of the story that I was not part and parcel of this. So any person who said I was part and parcel of the situation has lied. So what is the difference between you saying, no, the minister lied, no, the minister told the truth? Why don't you just say one word that puts you out of this misery? Because the only thing holding you to account now is because you do not want to say, no, she misled the house. No, she told the truth. I was part and parcel. Because if you are saying you were not part and parcel of the house, you are literally saying she has misled this house. What is the difference between the two terms that makes you not want to respond?
No, I believe the minister will also come and present herself. And her presentation will enable the committee to determine whether she lied or not. I don't know I don't know the details of what she will say, but I only know what I'm saying, that it is not true that I was part of the panel. And I've explained my role in the process. I've done that. I did not participate as a panel member.
Chair, I'm done.
Yeah,
If it's not true what we had, then the truth is what we know.
Chair,
I don't know, because there was also an invitation that I should chip in
let's
if it's necessary. I think let me just clarify this thing of lying. You heard earlier on when I said, if my inquiry to the minister was whether she lied or not, I would have asked other questions. But because that was not the purpose, that's why I said I stopped where I stopped. And let me give an example why there's a difference between taking it to lying and what the objective facts now reveal. It is one thing that is clear, given where we are now, is I said in my case, given the events of the 15th and the 16th, which is that the minister knew that I was not appointed and that there was no attorney that formalized the process. When the minister said on the 17th, after the conversation, after the letter, that I was appointed and I chaired, you can at least take away three things from that. The first is there is no mistake that was made by the minister. That one is clear. Two, there is no misunderstanding. At the end of the conversation on the 17th, but before disclosure to Parliament, there is no misunderstanding about whether I had been appointed or not, or whether there was a need to formalize my appointment through an attorney or not. All those had been clarified prior to that. So there's no room to say the minister was mistaken. There's no room to say the minister misunderstood the process. And the third thing is, if you're talking about misleading, which is something different from a lie, when the minister knows all these facts and says, I chaired, I was appointed, I chaired, I did not attend, that's misleading. But when you're talking about lying, lying is an intention to say, well, then why did you do it? Knowing these facts and knowing that these facts are incongruent with the true objective facts, which is not what the purpose of my engagement with the minister was. And that is why I was saying, I can't say she lied when I didn't inquire as to the motive. Why did she then intentionally state facts that were incongruent with what she knew at the time? That's what I did not know. But if that's what I was searching for, then I would have had to ask her. And that's why I said, when I got to this, I thought the objective had been achieved, and I'm not going to follow up, because that was not what I was looking for. I was looking for my involvement as said in the public. Once she says, you told me on the 16th in the letter, you told me in the conversation, this appointment was not finalized because you were not appointed by the attorney, and my staff knew. That's all I needed for me to clarify what was in the public domain, which was inaccurate. So let that be understood. If it assists at all, why the question of the motive was not interrogated. I assume that's for then your processes and what is it that you want to achieve. Then why? Thank you, Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe this will assist as well. It's very brief. One question. Chief Director Mabuza, would you say I'm correct if I say you did not participate in the process as the chairman of the panel, but you did participate by virtue of executing your normal duties?
Yes.
Thank you.
Chairperson, if you would allow, based on the explanation from the advocate for me.
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah. Van der Walt. Van der Walt.
Chair, thank you. With the back and throw questioning, I want to ask the following to the Chief Director. Do you believe in any way that your answers given to members' questions today might affect your employment status in the department?
That is very possible. And that does not, I don't know, but that is possible, because if what I am saying is incongruent with what others believe, and then there is a disagreement, and we are talking about me as the official, the minister, inverted commas, is my employer. So if the sequence of events of what transpired as I am presenting, and to the best of my knowledge of what happened with regards to my role, that obviously means we are in disagreement. So with regards to my career, I don't know.
No, yeah, thank you for that, and seeing that you are honest after taking an oath. I appreciate that. And then would you say that the applications that you delivered directly to the minister, if I understood correctly, was it copied to the DG as well?
I'm checking my records, Honorable. The one that I submitted to the minister on the 16th of January 2025 at 10:20, I did copy the Director General.
Thank you, Chair. So on that same email, he was CC'd.
Yes.
Thank you. And Chairperson, I would then request that we get a copy of what was forwarded to the Minister and the DG. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Law.